Hello, in this video I really want to share 5 tips that I feel can really help a ton of people when it comes to traveling through the country of India. Now before I begin, down below in the description there's this link, and if you click on it, I'm giving away this free video guide on tools and gadgets that make traveling a much better experience, as well as a video guide on supplements, alternative medicine, how to shop for those products, and how to compare those products. Uh, Now, the first tip when it comes to traveling through India, which I think applies to the majority of people out there, is to just use a travel agent, okay? And let me share with you my experience. When I first went to India, I went to New Delhi, and the first night I used a travel agent. He found me this really inexpensive place. It was really nice. And then he tried to set everything up for me. And I wasn't really sure about him, so I said, no, I'm going to find my own place. Thank you. And I went and found my own place, which was a big headache. And the place that I found was a complete shithole. And I didn't even save that much money. So I went back to him. He kind of set everything up through India. I traveled all through northern India, all the way from the east coast all the way to the west to Kolkata. And I was constantly trying to compare things and see how much money he was making from me. How much was he taking advantage of me? I was just doing numbers a lot. And in the end, sure, he made some money off of me, but not really that much. And looking back, if I had to set everything up on my own, it would have been a pretty big headache. So for the majority of people out there, they're just going to go to India, see some sights, and get the heck out. Just use a travel agent. It makes things much easier because India is such a crazy and just hectic place. Now, if you're going to go to India for like a year, you're not going to travel around that much, yeah, you could probably set it up on your own. Plus, I found other countries like, say, Cambodia, Thailand, you could set everything up on your own. It's much easier. But India is one of these places it's better to use a travel agent the majority of the time. And plus, for some reason, they get big savings on things. You get nice places for dirt cheap. So that's my first tip. The second tip is when you go to India, in a lot of the tourist areas, you're going to get hassled by a lot of people. You're going to get a lot of people are going to be begging for you. A lot of people are going to be trying to sell you things on the streets. And in India, it's different than a lot of countries because they are hardcore. Oh, they don't stop. They'll follow you for a long period of time in a lot of the cases. And one of the things that really helped me, which can help you, is I advise if you're not interested in what someone's selling or whatever, just don't even look at them, don't even acknowledge them, and just keep walking. It may sound a little cruel and mean, but it works. And I found out that if I try to be nice to somebody, say, hey, how are you? No, I'm not really interested, but thanks a lot, They're like, ooh, I have a chance. He is talking to me. He's speaking English, and they will follow you forever. It's very hard to get rid of them. But if you don't acknowledge them, they go away pretty quickly. They're like, well, maybe he doesn't speak English, or whatever. So I know that's helped me, and I'm hopefully can help some other people out there. It doesn't waste your time, it doesn't waste their time. It's great. So that's my second tip. The third tip is before I went to India, kind of like you, I was doing a bunch of research. I was saying, what should I see? And I looked at a whole bunch of tips, and many places said don't eat the street food. You'll get sick, stay at nice restaurants. But here's the way I look at it. With the street food, you can see the kitchen. With the restaurants, you don't know what's going back there. You don't know. And here's the thing. I ate tons of street food all over northern India. I didn't get sick. There was only one time that I really got sick. And guess what? That was at a restaurant. In fact, I was with my taxi driver who was Indian. And he was like, can you eat spicy food? I was like, heck yeah. So we busted out spicy food. And man, I was sick. That night, my stomach was going. So I recommend you can go to India. You can actually get vaccinated. And in India, the vaccines are cheap because India is actually one of these medical places where people go for surgeries and drugs because it's pretty cheap out there. Get vaccinated, eat the street food, stay away from the meat, and obviously if food's been sitting out for a while, maybe steer clear of it, but you could use your best judgment on street food. Eat a lot of that and enjoy that's part of the experience. Also, you can take some supplements to improve your whole digestion. That helps as well, and I go through that in this video if you click on the link below too, which can help some people out. So that's my third tip. Number 4 is India. One of the biggest problems with India is the air quality. It sucks, and that's a big thing. And what a lot of people do is they actually burn plastic bottles. And so if you go through India and you use nothing but water, plastic bottles, you hurt the environment. There's also something called PCP poisoning from the plastic. It hurts your testosterone levels and stuff. So I recommend a SteriPen. And that's what I used all through India. I didn't get sick. I saved the environment. I saved money. And plus I didn't hurt my testosterone levels with PCB poisoning and crap. So I recommend that. That's another tip which I think can help some people out. And when I talk about SteriPens, I actually go over this in the video if you click on the link below too. And the last tip, tip number 5, what I recommend highly, because India is a very hectic, crazy place, is to sleep a ton. Get a ton of rest, because your senses will get overloaded, and it's so easy to get stressed out with all the honking and people trying to sell you things. Get a lot of rest, get a lot of sleep. And then go see the sights. Now it's going to help you a ton. Don't try to overdo things. Anyways, I hope this video helped a few people out there. Those are my tips. If you enjoyed this video, if you liked it, please hit the little thumbs up button at the bottom. That helps me. Also, remember there's that link below that can help some people out when it comes to gadgets for traveling, as well as supplements, and how to some tips on buying those products. Thanks for watching this video, and have a very enjoyable rest of your day, and bye.